Okay, I'm back. Trying this again. Trying to be louder. I don't understand why this phone video audio sucks so bad. There's nothing I could do. Um, Done quite a lot since my last video. I don't know how many days later it is. But I actually made a lot of progress the next day, but just didn't film a video. And anyway, this is the outward appearance of things. Actually, let me show you. I've gotten kind of everything done. A little bit of everything. And now I'm going into super detail. Alright, so off the top, let me hide this sketch because I just added that. We've got the wings, we've got the vertical stabilizers, we got the canards, we got the, I forget what these are even called. I went back in and redid the legs. I made an adjustment. I took back what I said. I finally did constrain the sketch with a particular sketch that was different than what I was trying in the first place, and that was able to give me just this right crease here. And yeah, let me see if I can show you this guy. So I just added this sketch that you can kind of see to constrain to that, and then I cut everything off, and that let me get this little crease here. So now it looks more like what they're trying to do. But then I have other little weird artifacts because that doesn't blend so well. Yeah, it like needs to be tangent to two sides, but I don't know. Maybe I can do that. Anyway, also I went ahead, started working on the innards. Let me bring out the wing and stuff. Hiding this stuff so we can get to the inner chest area when it's in its robotic form. This took a while, but it was all just simple geometry stuff, you know, just finding the right things to be parallel with what things, and then accounting for weird angles. Anyway, hide this. Just want to give you a good view. I don't want to have enough in it to have context. Some of this stuff's just going to seem like noise. We'll get the shield out of the way. And what else do we have to get out of the way? Who's this in the way? Oh, part of the arm. Some things I have to be trimmed back because I have minor collisions, but I saw in one of the videos or pictures I have that they have this contoured anyway, so I think they ran the same issue. And instead of trying to model in this close proximity to the other piece, we just build it out and then, you know, do a combine on them or something. So let me hide this too, because this is a part. And if I hide this, we could really start to see. Geez, got a lot of pieces I need to stitch together. This would be that inner, this would be the chest piece. Alright, the head would be out here. If I put on the side profile x-ray, kind of get some context. Right, that's how that's going to be. It pops up and swivels around. And then we have our cannon here, which I still have to make a cutout. This all has to cut away. And then there's a cavity here that this is supposed to recess into. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work yet. I have an idea that this front piece will be a cutout that can slide to the back at this particular angle so that it's going back and out at the same time, and that should pull this back and out so that it can fit in here from here. There's one little section I need to correct with regard to this piece. This is actually supposed to extend down more. This is separated as it's supposed to be because this is some flip up piece or something that leaves a cavity. So they're separate pieces. But starting here, this guy needs an angle that comes down and then goes back up there. So I kind of have to add a triangle We'll just redo the sides on that part. The rest of it I haven't filled this in. But then I started working on the back region, and I went ahead and added curves to what I had before. These were just straight lines in previous videos. Now it's got some curvature to it. It kind of lines up with the curvature of this. Just slight curve, right? And then I did some other stuff to work on the body area here so I can get this leg thing going. And then on the inside, I just started putting in just some surfaces that would represent the cockpit area. I'm not finishing it out yet because I'm not sure if I want to go with this method, because I don't know if I should go with an inside line or the outside line and try and thicken to the right dimension or what. But I want to see what it looked like, see what might be easier to do if I do it this way. Because once I thicken it and certain things kind of pop out, certain edges form if they're separate pieces, and then sometimes you can't cut along the edges that they form perfectly because they won't be, certain parts of those edges won't be perpendicular or horizontal correctly, and it'll leave weird artifacts that doesn't work well. Sometimes the thing won't even form right? It'll give you invalid geometry stuff. So you have to be as clean as possible. And this might be the way to do it, because I've done this. I've extended this surface and then cut it or trimmed it against the body, so it's perfectly against the body. I don't have to worry about anything if I stitch this together and then thicken it, you know, because it was all part of one thing. Anyway, that's kind of it for now. I'm going to be working on the inside. This was a major thing I worked on last. This is going to be basically the back. And of course I'm forming it in the transformed mode because it's the only thing I have good pictures of that one will be consistent in dimensions, right? Once it's transformed and it's in different poses, you can't tell what you're dealing with, how big something is relative to another or any of that. But with these side images, you know, and the top images, I know everything has to fit within this. Oh, great. Thanks, dog. You ruined the video. Now you added some life to it. Anyway, with that, I'm signing off because she's going to keep going.